Good morning, students. Today we are going to start air and atmosphere. This is your part 2 for this chapter. In last classes, we have discussed about air, composition of air, and also we have discussed about the uses of nitrogen and oxygen. Here in this class, we'll talk about air is a mixture, not a compound, and how we can discuss and how can we give the answer about the compound and mixture. We will discuss with examples. Here air cannot be seen as it is transparent. We only feel it presence when it's blow. Yes, my dear students, blowing air is called wind, and we cannot see the air, we can feel only. Air is useful for many ways. Act as a medium for propagation of seed. Bird, insect to fly in air. Airship, aeroplane to fly only must due to presence of air. These things are happening due to presence of air. Propagation of seed. You can see the small seed feather like. It is floating in the air during the summer season. That is a seed of cotton plant, and it is propagated from one place to another with the help of air. So that's why here it is written, it is act as a medium for propagation of seed, and also it is a propagation of sound. It helps in the propagation of sound. If air is vacuumed from any specific places, you will not hear the sound what we are producing. So it is a best medium for the propagation of sound. Atmosphere. What is the atmosphere? The thick layer of air around the earth up to 320 kilometer above the earth's surface is called atmosphere. Means blanket of air around the earth is called atmosphere, and its thickness, just note down in your copy, it is given 320 kilometer from the surface of the earth. And already we have discussed previously, there are many layers of atmosphere. Here names are given. First layer is that troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. These are the different layers of atmosphere, and each layer has their specific work. We are having our oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. It happens only troposphere, and satellite are placed in which layer? Thermosphere. So every layer has their own specific work. So these are the layer of atmosphere. Please note down in your copy and learn by heart. Experiment to show air is a matter. What is a matter, my dear students? Already we have discussed, matters are those substances which have mass and occupies space that are called matter. Here we are going to discuss and demonstrate and a practical to show air is a matter. How? Air has weight. Matter has three form, which are solid, liquid, and gases. Air is mixture of gases, so it will have weight. We can demonstrate that air has mass by comparing a full balloon with an empty balloon. You can see in a balance which one is a heavier, where balloon is filled with the air. So my dear students, by this experiment we can see air has mass. In a second one, air occupies the spaces inside the balloon. Yes, It has also second properties that air has mass and it occupies space, means air is a matter. Composition of air, already we have been discussing from last classes the mixture of air. There are lots of gases are there. Most abundant gas is nitrogen. How much percent is there? 78% nitrogen, 20.9% is oxygen, and remaining part is other mixture of other gases like noble gases, water vapor, dust particles. These are present in very small quantities. So these are the composition of air. Air is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor and some other gases. It also contains dust particle. You can see a dust particle which are floating here and there in the air. When a beam of light is coming from a small hole from your roof, you can see many dust particles are moving here and there, and that is called, the particles are moving not the straight line, they are moving in zigzag motion. That is known as a Brownian movement. You will discuss about this movement in higher classes. It is not given in your book, but you will discuss about this movement. Air is a mixture but not a compound because of following reason. Air can be separated into its constituents such as oxygen, nitrogen, etc. By fractional distillation of liquid air, air shows the properties of all gases present in it. Yes, my dear students, air is not compound, because what is a compound? When two and more substances combine chemically and form totally new substance, it does not have the properties of its constituent particles. It does not have a property of its constituent particles. That's why air is called mixture, because air has a property of oxygen because it support in combustion. Air has a property of carbon dioxide because it help in the photosynthesis for the plants. So that's why we are saying that air is a mixture, not the compound. Air is a mixture because first reason is that properties of constituent of air like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. are not changed. For example, pure oxygen is supporter of combustion. Oxygen present in air means combustion of any combustible substances. It is showing that air has oxygen. Next one, the proportion of constituent of air vary from place to place. Even in the same places, the proportion varies from time to time. In a compound, the proportion of different constituent always remains same. That is the main reason. Suppose at one place you will get the higher concentration of oxygen, and once you go in other places there will be a less amount of oxygen. Means the proportion of oxygen will decrease, will vary. Means it is showing the properties of matter. But in a compound, once compound is formed, like water is formed, what is the ratio of water? 2:1. 2 atom of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen. It always will same. It is not going to be changed. So we can say that air is a mixture. So we have discussed about mixture. Mixture of air. Air is a mixture, not compound. Already we have discussed with 2 examples. Air is a mixture, not a compound. Here we will discuss about few more examples. Let's see. Air is a mixture and not a compound because of following reason. What is the reason? Air can be separated into its constituent such as oxygen, nitrogen, etc. by fractional distillation. What is a fractional distillation? When we are separating two miscible liquid and they are boiled at different temperature, that is called fractional distillation. Air shows the properties of all gases present in it. For example, air support combustion because of oxygen present in air. That is a clear example. Air is a mixture because it helps in combustion of non-combustible substances. Air is a mixture of various gases, dust particles, and water vapor which do not react chemically and are not present in fixed composition by mass. If we'll talk about compound composition are fixed by their mass, but once we'll talk about matter and mixture, their composition is not fixed. Importance of air. Already we have discussed about the importance of air, and also you know how air is important for our life. First one is that sustain life and growth. Second, combustion. Third, maintaining temperature. Fourth one, supplier of energy, like windmill. The windmill are generated by the help of wind. And photosynthesis. Sustain life and growth. Oxygen present in air is one of the main life sustaining gas. All living things breathe in and breathe out the air in the form of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Nitrogen and carbon dioxide are vital for plant and their growth. Yes, my dear students, even up nitrogen is also present in your body in the form of protein, and extra nitrogen is a very harmful for our body. That's why it is eliminated from our body from time to time in the form of urine, and that contain ammonia. You can see it help in growth of plant, growth of insect, combustion. Another use of air is that it supports burning or combustion. The oxygen present air help in the burning of fuel, lead to carry out activities like cooking food, running industries, vehicles, as well as generating heat and electricity. Temperature control. Temperature control. Air help in maintaining the temperature on the earth's surface by circulating hot and cold air. Air act as a conductor of heat. The phenomena of water cycle are also depends on air. So you can see how air is very important for our life. Supplier of energy. Air, which consists of energy, is one of the main supplier of energy. Living things are made up of cell. These cells extract oxygen within the blood to produce energy in the form of ATP. ATP is a full form is that adenosine triphosphate, and there is also one word is that ADP, adenosine diphosphate. I think you will talk about this term in biology section in higher classes. What is that? That is the currency of energy in our body, which is a biochemical in nature, is essential to maintain life on the earth. And one more question I can ask to you. Already you have discussed about the nutrition in biology section. Nutrition, there are 5 processes: ingestion, digestion, absorption, and fourth one is that assimilation. And in this process you are getting energy from the food. And how you are getting energy? Once food react with the oxygen and produce carbon dioxide, water vapor, and energy. Energy is produced in the form of ATP. That's why air is a very important for the generation of energy in our body. Experiment to show air contain carbon dioxide. Here you can see there are 2 test tube A and test tube B. One test tube is filled with the lime water, and once you blow through it, it turns to milky white, and it's because of this color milky white, it is showing that air contain carbon dioxide. Lime water cannot be used to detect. Lime water can be used to detect carbon dioxide. If carbon dioxide is bubble through the lime water, then it turns clear to cloudy, milky in color. And this experiment can show you air contain carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, which is also component of air, is used by plant during the process of photosynthesis, and oxygen water vapor is released by plant as a byproduct. During daytime, plant used to take carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. Carbon dioxide, its the symbol is CO2, is a slightly toxic, odorless, colorless gas with a slightly pungent acidic taste. Carbon dioxide is a small but important constituent of the air. It is necessary raw material for most plant life, which remove carbon dioxide from the air using process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide will not burn to support. Carbon dioxide gases is used in extinguishing the fire because it does not burn and does not help in burning, and it is used in making soft drink. The mineral water and rapid vaporization of liquid carbon dioxide is used for blasting in coal mining. Yes, my dear students, you can see in movie, just car is blowing in air in action segment. That car is blown into the air by blasting carbon dioxide cylinder. Inert elements, noble gases. Here you can see helium. These elements are highly stable and don't react with other element easily. Helium is used to treatment of asthma and other breathing problem. Helium is used in balloon. Helium is used in industry for preventing explosion. Neon. We use neon in television tube. They are known as rare gases. They are inert gases. They do not react with each other. Neon is used in laser. Neon is used in wave meter tube. Neon is used in part of aircraft. These are the uses of many noble elements. Please note down in your copy. It is very important. Argon is used to create inert atmosphere. It is used in light bulb to prevent them from the corrosion. Yes, it prevents from melting of tungsten. Actually, light bulb have a small filament that is made up of tungsten, and argon help it from getting melted. It is used in type of luxury car to protect tire and reduce noise on road. It is used in 3D printing. And last one is that krypton. It is used in tube of fluorescent light. Fluorescent white tube you have seen now. The krypton gas is filled in it. It is also used in signboard. Signboard, you can see that it has very glowing color, red, blue, green. That color is generated because of presence of krypton. So today we have discussed about these things. Please note down in your copy. Have a nice day. Goodbye.